Doesn't seem like there's but there is...
Alone. All have left me.
There is another stair? There's another level to the tower? Look at all these notes.
Alone. All have left me.
Yeah, I needed to read part 2. Day 3, 4, 6. I never did like rats. Not because of their obscene tales, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They are always listening when a man believes he is talking only to himself, and what's worse, they seem to understand. A few days ago, I caught myself talking to one of them, to a particularly large black male with a torn-off ear. At first I was overcome by panic. Was this a first manifestation of the illness? Of course. That was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration, I concluded it was an altogether natural reflex, one even the most learned among us find hard to restrain. We mages like to be listened to. I placed the black rat in a separate cage. The time will come for it to play a part in the tests. Meanwhile, it can keep me company and observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cages of its infected brethren, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none besides the black rat, and cannot hope for better. Xerath avoids the laboratory and has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear of me as well. At first I thought he feared the moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme, but he explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution. Observing the ill might throw her into foul humors. The rats are reminding me of what was that thing? Mrs. Brisby and the Secret of the... and the Rats of Nim. Right? It's one of my favorite cartoons that I used to watch as a child. It comes from a book, I don't remember the original name of the book, but instead of being Mrs. Brisby, it's Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of the Nim or something like that. It's really nice. Both the book and the animated version are really nice. The peasants taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. The woman. The woman. Oh, that's gonna be Kira. My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in this cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident, but during the autopsy I did not uncover any signs of illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which, I must admit, irritates the scholar in me. But as mentioned previously, I am not particularly fond of rats. Maybe he was old. They live very short lives. Oh. This is still going. Can't believe it. So what's gonna be in here?
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Yep. You see something above? No, I don't think I can climb now, can I? I tried climbing around, but I cannot climb.
When will this nightmare end?
Wait a second, what is this? Oh, I left that here. That's on me.
What's with the door?
You wish to leave, as Graham did.
What?
What do you want?
No more lies, no more deceit. You will stay here for all time. You will never leave.
Oh, but I can't fight in here. What is this?
Gotta catch them.
Catch what? Okay, so an explanation is needed, but I'll explain later. Oh God.
You know this.
Do I?
What was that? It sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit.
A what?
Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Okay, so I was about to accept her offer because of curiosity, of course, but I wanted to go find this fisherman, so I wasn't talking because I was expecting to get to this guy or maybe not find him at all, so I had in mind to cut the piece, but then the door was locked and this happened. What's a pesta though? I don't know. I don't have anything on her. I didn't expect, I mean, I didn't expect to be able to get out of there. I mean, I thought I had to accept or deny her. The point is that I wanted more information about her, but I wasn't able to find it, so I just decided to go talk with this guy. Let's use this. Where are we going though? Let's go talk to Graham. But where is he? He should be... Wait a second, I'm gonna... Found him. It's right in front of me, right? What's up with these drowners? Optional, use the magic lamp to find ghosts, but I have found ghosts. Do I needed to do something more? By the way, I have been around in the tower a little bit more, and I've found a couple of hidden chests, but nothing... Why am I so slow? Nothing major. I should be able to accelerate if I press A, right? But I'm I don't know. It doesn't look like it's working. I have used these boats before. And they should go faster. Go. Let's enjoy the very calm, very relaxing ride, I suppose. Sometimes my buttons just get stuck.
Told you I don't want to see no one. You've got to. Just leave me be.
And this be the witchman, freak of nature.
Excuse me,
More interesting things from my nose.
what are
Where you
you?
been following me?
I haven't.
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon.
Oh, well, I see. Yeah. Why is it so difficult to navigate this game? I cannot climb up. That's great now, isn't it? I can't believe this. Okay, I managed. I got stuck a couple of times on this boat too. Good lord.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
Wow, that was quick.
What do you want of me?
You trusted me pretty easily. Well,
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. I couldn't save her.
not exactly.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
Alright.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They force you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to... Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower, hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Why did you leave? Oh god, Geralt, it wasn't poison Annabelle took. I was... Well, I'm usually very open and... Truth must be above all, but god, this is going to be a blow for him. Because she died horribly, truly, and all he had to do was just to, you know, haul her corpse out of there and just bring her somewhere. Maybe even bury her himself. Maybe by the time he had arranged her burial, she would wake up. She would have woken up. Romeo and Juliet style. But...
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent.
What?
Strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
No. She took the poison because she was being attacked and she was afraid. And of course she wouldn't want to go through torture, you know? But why? Well, I remember reading that book about inadvertently casting curses. I do remember that. I don't know. It's a little bit too far-fetched for me, though it's plausible, alright, that the energy of a place could conjure something. Still, though, I can't... When everything was finished, why did he not go back to take her corpse? Maybe they tried to kill him as well. No
It
choice.
wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... She was alive the whole time?
Good God, Geralt.
Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
Seriously, she was dead. Why didn't you haul her out? I mean, it would be difficult for me, because that is what I would have done. For me, with a man or a woman. Just, I cannot lift that much weight, but for you to pick her up? Not your fault. Still, why did you say it, Geralt? That's really tough to handle. It's a horrible death.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her...
Exactly.
I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. There's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
Whatever that is.
Pesto. What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I ran, abandoned her.
Yes, go to the tower. Talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
Yeah, but you never went back there to get the corpse. I don't know. I mean, probably everybody knew at that point that the Isle was cursed, so nobody was going there just because people kept dying. I can understand that.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition.
Really?
That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
We're going now, whatever.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go to the tower.
Wait. We're right in front of the tower. We're going upstairs? I don't know. Ah.
I waited long enough for revenge, and now it comes to us on its own.
I can't fight in here, Jesus.
Don't be afraid. You'll be fine.
I couldn't hear anything that they said.
Last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me would... It weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
Terrifying here. It's too quiet.
Chop, chop. Speed up. Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams. Inhuman they were. Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
Don't think about that. Keep walking.
Seriously, I hope I don't get a fight in here because I'm gonna be screwed. Big time. Come on, hurry up. This is good. Whenever I was looting this tower and exploring it better, it was such a pain. Are you here? Good. Come on. Let's save this. I want to kill the Pesta. Maybe she has a trophy or something unique? Loot, you know?
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that...
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it.
He's going to die.
Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
Careful. How do you do that? That's actually a good kiss.
At last.
The
Oh,
curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
sure. But... Okay, cool, but... So I don't get a fight? Maybe you get the fight if you attack her openly. I guess he put her at peace, so everything is alright. Okay, so there was nothing here because I've been everywhere and raided everything. So there. Oh. God, that was... Yeah, I cut it. Coming down the tower was painful. I didn't even know what to talk about while I was doing it. Well, I'm happy that they found togetherness in that. Amazing. Beautiful. So, what about now? Alright, so I checked. I have the Plague Maiden bestiary entry. But I suppose it's the same thing as Pesta. I just didn't know. You know, sometimes it's so unimmersive when you're supposed to be Geralt, right? And he's supposed, especially now that he has his memory back, he's supposed to know everything, right? About this stuff. And... wow. There's the boat. Oops. Ah! Seriously? I had the wrong sign. Yeah, I was saying, you're supposed to be Geralt. You're supposed to know everything about any monster, and yet you don't really. So it makes playing as him even less immersive and weirder than it already is. I don't know if this makes any sense.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring but a single scurvy runt. No wonder he cursed us. We're doomed.
You's the one brought soured wine. Curse is your fault as much as mine.
Alright, so I just happened here while I was going back to Kira, and the stuff is happening. Look at this. Hello?
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
Okay.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
Ah?
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. And suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
Alright.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us. You can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All-God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
Oh, this guy. I mean, the guy that's the Wizard of Oz or whatever. I think somebody is impersonating this god.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, All God, Help a poor wretch in need. Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Okay. To a foreigner. Alright then, this sounds like fun stuff.